Hey everybody, this is Mr. Schonhardt here. I'm going to be your virtual American government teacher for this school year. What I want to do real quick is to go through the syllabus, and I've put the syllabus on Google Classroom. Hopefully you've already had a chance to look at it, but today I just want to go through a few things with you. Uh, and of course, if you have any questions, you can email me and I will get back to you on that. Let's take a look at what we're going to cover. It's general government information, foundations of government, the history of our government, the Constitution, the idea of federalism, the branches of government, civil liberties, civil rights, elections. This is an election year, so it'll be pretty good time to be taking government. And then there's some other topics that were hit throughout the year. With grading, it's the same grading scale that I've used or that the school uses. Nothing different about it. With this class, this is a core class. It is required in order for you to graduate from North County. This is also an EOC tested course. Whether or not we're going to have an EOC test, who knows? Uh, it is a pretty interesting class. I love talking politics. I love talking anything dealing with government. And so I hope you will be interested in this as well. Uh, when you complete this class, you will have a pretty good understanding of American government, what it takes to be a responsible citizen, the history of our government. You'll be familiar with our Constitution as well. Some general information. Let me scroll down a little bit. All of you should have received a list of expectations for virtual classes. If not, I have mine. It is very similar to what other teachers have given you or what the school has given you. There's all sorts of details in it, and you really need to be familiar with what's in this. There's expectations for you, but there's also expectations for me and your parents as well. This virtual class requires you to constantly participate. It is not I'm going to give you 2 weeks worth of work on a Monday and it's due 14 days later. This class requires constant participation. That's either through Google Classroom, Zoom, Google Meet. There's a thing called Loom now, whatever that is. Schoology. There's even YouTube videos that you'll be required to watch as well. There will be daily assignments, just like in school. The teacher may put up a list of assignments for the day or for the week. That's what we're going to do. We will meet together on a virtual site, whether it's Zoom or Google Meet, a few times each week. This is not optional. You must attend these video sessions. Not only will it help you get a better grasp of what we're talking about, but it's also for a grade. And so not participating, you won't pass. It's as simple as that. Something else to remember, you're responsible for your own actions, and you're responsible for your own inactions. Virtual classes or online classes are tougher than what you may think. You may, I was in college once a long time ago, and I actually started taking a few online classes. It requires a lot of effort, a lot more effort to successfully complete the work. So just be aware of that there's a lot of responsibility being placed on you in getting your work done and being successful in all your classes. I'm here to help. Of course, I'm your teacher. That's what I'm here for. That's what part of my job is. I will constantly check my school email. Just be aware if you email me outside of this class time, I may not be able to get to you right away. I may be teaching another class. I may be at a soccer game or soccer practice. Or if you email me past 8 o'clock at night, I'm probably sleeping. So just be aware of that. On Google Classroom, there will be hours. You can call them office hours. That's what some teachers are calling them. That will be available for you if you need me. Don't use anything on Google Classroom, Schoology, asking for help. If you need anything, email me. With classwork, some specific things. Late work, you can turn it in 1 day late, and I will deduct 25% off your total grade. After that, really not going to accept it. Now, of course, if you're sick for 3 days or 5 days, and your parents tell me that you've been sick, of course I'll give you 3 days or 5 days, just kind of like you were in school. With grades and progress reports, this is true for in school and it's true for online classes. Your grade is a reflection of your work in this class. With Student Portal, you know exactly what your grade is. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, you know what your grade is. With Google Classroom and Student Portal, you know what every single assignment is. So keep that in mind. You should never be wondering, what's my grade in Schonhardt's class? I wonder if I have an A, or I wonder if I'm passing. You know. Keep that in mind. With work that you turn in, I will do my best to get it back to you within 2 days. Most of the time, it should be within 1 day. But because of the late work policy, I typically hold on to it 1 extra day just to give people the opportunity to turn it in late. If there's anything I would like to tell you about your assignment, I will do one of a couple things. I may email you. I may put it at the top or bottom of your assignment. Or I may just add a private comment from Google Classroom to you saying, hey, have you thought about this? Or good job, whatever. And then if there is feedback, I will try my best to notify you that, hey, on this assignment, I wrote some things down for a lot of people. You need to check it. I do something like that. With tests, tests are a little different being online. We have a test every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, just depending on the chapter. With these tests, there are multiple choice questions, but there's also essay questions. With essay questions, it's not one sentence, it's a paragraph or 3, depending on the question. With online classes, there is a huge temptation to cheat. Don't do it. Don't copy off someone. Don't Google up an essay answer for a question. Google Classroom is set up with a plagiarism checker. Not only does this program check for plagiarism with internet sources, it also compares other submissions. So if Johnny and Susie decided to copy off each other, it's going to notify me that Johnny and Susie's papers are very similar. It makes my job really easy, to be honest. It highlights anything that looks eerily familiar or eerily similar, and then I get an email about it. So just don't do it. Don't cheat yourself. Government really is interesting, and you may have watched, the late shows where they interview people from, off the streets, and they say, they ask a really simple government question like, what branch makes the laws, or who's the president of the United States, and people laugh because that person doesn't know the answer. Don't be that person, okay? Google Classroom. This is going to be our base, our hub for this online class. All my work will be posted on Google Classroom. All the class meeting times, where you have to meet virtually, will be posted on Google Classroom. Sometimes you may be required to watch a YouTube video. That link is going to be on Google Classroom. So just make sure you check Google Classroom. Participation, you have to participate. Just like in school, sitting in a seat, you have to participate, not only to learn more and understand the information better, but also really to pass this class, you have to participate. If you don't participate, or if you aren't participating, whether that's in a Zoom meeting or not doing your assignments for more than 2 days in a row, I'm going to contact parents to let them know what's up. And of course, I'm going to be emailing you. I'll be, hey, Johnny, why haven't you turned in this assignment? Or where were you yesterday for the Zoom meeting? I'll be doing that. But if it occurs more than 2 days in a row, something's wrong. You have to participate. You have to check these things every day. That pretty much goes through the syllabus for this virtual or online American government class. If you have any specific questions about this class and what I went over, just shoot me an email.